Ladies and gentlemen, from the capital city of Georgetown, Guyana, the land of many waters in South America, please welcome Lady Wendy.
Hello, welcome all of you. I am so excited. Today is the second season of the Lady Wendy second show, and today we're doing it on teenage pregnancy. We have a lot of inspirational stories coming up. We have a nurse who was pregnant at the age of 16, Miss Saenko, and we also have Lola Doll, who's here, who also was pregnant. And we also have no other than Davy Marley. He is going to sing for us his wonderful song, King in the Making. And of course, we could not have done teenage pregnancy without advocating for safe sex and to reduce teenage pregnancy. We have from the Ministry of Health, we have Sheba Thomas and Bovell, who is here to talk to you more about teenage pregnancy and how we can make it less so we can reduce it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Coming to Canada? Let top-notch employment services be your first stop to secure your first job in Canada. We have been around for 26 years, and we have helped thousands and thousands of new immigrants settle successfully in Canada. Please call us at 416-741-0066. I repeat, 416-741-0066.
Hello. Thanks for staying with us. As you know, today is all about teenage pregnancy, but I want to take it from a different angle. By that I mean that where someone who has been pregnant and who has made her way to something more dynamic, so successful. Joining me right now, I have Alexis Sancho. She was a young lady who was pregnant in her teen years at the age of 16. But through it all, no matter what happened, she was able today to become a registered nurse. And I wanted to bring you her story. Hello, Alexis. It's a pleasure having you here today.
Same here.
When I read your bio or the little snippet of your journey, I thought, wow, it's these things never change. Because as you know, even in my time or the time before my grandparents, everybody, when they were young, at some point, knows somebody who got pregnant at the age in their teenage years. But what I love about you is that it didn't stop you from, going to follow your dreams. So tell me a little bit more about you and tell them what you wrote me in a quick.
Well, actually, I became pregnant at the age of 16. I met this young man. He was somebody from the village, and all the girls wanted to be with him. Me there, I was like, I gotta meet him. So one afternoon, I passed by just for him to notice me, and he did. He was like, "Can I have your number?" Unknown to my parents, I look around, make sure nobody was looking to see anything, and I gave him my number. We talk on the phone. Still unknown to my parents. I would sneak out sometimes to go meet him and so on. And one day I was by him, and we were having a nice time, and the condom burst. So right away I told him, I said stop, because I didn't want to do it anymore. So after he said stop, I did what the girls would normally tell me, stoop down and drink the ice water. I wasn't a nurse then, so I wouldn't know.
Actually,
exactly.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, so
did you ever heard of drinking ice water and stoop down and I guess the baby go away? I never heard that. I'll turn to the audience and ask them if that was very interesting. So obviously it didn't go on.
It didn't work.
Uh-huh.
And after a few months, my mommy began to notice. Cause parents, they always notice my breast started to get full. I didn't have this size. I was skinny. I was all the names of fine people. They would call me Maga Bones, Dry Rat, Hard Yam. That was my name. Right?
Oh wow!
So I started to put on. So my mom was like, "You pregnant?" I said, "Who?" I said, "No, mommy. You always." And she was like, I can buy a pregnancy test and I can take it and we can do it. But unknown to her, when she bought the test, we did it. I throw the poison that normally be in the pocket. I throw it into the urine so that it won't read correctly. So when we did it, it showed negative.
Oh my. Were you very nervous?
I was. Because I know she would kill me if she found out.
Oh wow.
So,
go on.
So that's what I did. But after some time, my neighbor started and I'm missing my period. She's there. She's like, you see your period last night? I was like, no, mommy. She was like, what going on? You're pregnant? She took me. We did the ultrasound and so on. Oops, baby's there. She said, I told you and you lied to me. She was mad at me at the time. She didn't ill-treat me. She was like, well, you know, you got to start eating right, eating from the 6 food groups and so on. And we were there, and from there,
I often wonder, and I maybe should have brought a parent on this show, when you find out that your child is pregnant, you must be going through a lot. But that was nice that she didn't ill-treat you, because I know within my family, we dash out. Yeah. I've heard stories where you dash the kid out or you throw them on the road. But that was very mature of your mom. And so she saw you through the whole...
Right, through the whole thing. We went to joint clinic and so on. That's where I met the midwife.
Okay. And you mentioned you met the midwife, and is that the person who encouraged you, mentored you? Okay.
Yes, and Nurse Lakeram is her name.
Nurse Lakeram. And what she did, she told you that?
She told me, well, I visited the health center one day. I saw some girls wearing black and white. So I inquired from her. I said, the girls wearing black and white, what they do? She was like, they're CRPs. I said, okay, being there, I'm interested. I told her that I want to become a nurse and so on. And she was like, you could come and you could follow in on this program. And from then on, you will go up. You could send your application and so on. And you will get into the nursing assistant program and so on. So I worked there for like 4 years. I sent in every year. The ad was in the newspaper. I sent in my application, but I didn't get called right away. But it's till on the 5th year, which will be 5 years after that, I got through, got a call and so on, and here I am today.
Well, I think that is awesome. I think it's wonderful. Let's give her... I think that's wonderful that you were able to, and now you've completed. Now, one of the things, you were pregnant in the village. What was that like? Because it could not have been...
It was a lot of stigma, people were saying, because we used to go to church. We were regular church goers, and people was like, brother, dad, to get pregnant. But that didn't stop me because I knew who the baby father was, and he was happy, and he was willing to support me, so I didn't...
you had a good support system. Are you still with that person or no?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I think every person that goes through this must go through some kind of a stigma attached to them, because it's considered, maybe not now, but in my time, it was taboo. When you're a young lady, you was found pregnant in their teens.
Yeah.
But I see you look, how old is it a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
How old now?
He's 7 years old.
Oh, wow. And you don't have any more children?
No, not anymore.
So tell me, what if you, and you could look into the camera, if you were to advise young folks, would you tell them it's a good thing, or what would you say?
In terms
of pregnancy, if they can try their best not to?
Well, I could tell you one thing. If you could try your best not to get pregnant at a young age, it will be more beneficial to you in the old years, because at least you get time to prepare. You could acquire things like a house for yourself. If you want a vehicle and these things, you could acquire that before, because maybe like a transportation to send the kids to school. So if you acquire certain things, at least you get a roof over your head for you and the kids, and you get a vehicle. You don't have to pay bus fees and all this, and you could take your child. So you acquire that before, and then you could...
Wonderful, because that's very good, because I think sometimes when we are young, we are so impulsive in the love thing, and I love when I heard that, everybody wanted this guy, and it's like an in thing in the village, so you were able to capture him, and but any regrets?
No, I don't regret.
You don't have any regrets. Wonderful. Well, I thank you for sharing your stories. I think that it's very interesting because your mother was there, you had that support, and I want to tell you out there that even though you may have had a mishap or a misstep in your journey, it doesn't mean doom and gloom. It doesn't mean it's the end. However, if you can avoid it, it's always the better way to go. But there's always systems out there that you can go counsel you and get some help. And maybe you can be like Miss Saenko here, where in the end results, she ended up being a nurse. It could be anything, a teacher, but don't give up your life, because I find when young people get children, some of them, everything just falls. And I'm very proud that I'm able to bring an inspirational story to you, and wonderful. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Planning a wedding or an outdoor event? Call Star Party Rentals. As Guyana's largest event rental service, we have the expertise, professionalism, and quality equipment to make your event a cherished memory. Star Party Rentals for weddings, quality tents, lighting, chairs, tables, linen, dance floors, projector screens, and everything else that you need to make your vision a reality. Save money elegantly by calling Star Party Rentals today at 226-3020.
I am back, and I am excited because I told you that this season of the Lady Wendy Show, I'm going to give you inspirational stories, and I'm also going to give you great talent. And I have joining me right now, Davey Marley. He is the reggae dancehall music talent we have here. Hello, Davey. Thanks for joining Lady Wendy Show.
I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
All right. Now, you have a famous name here. Any relation to the Marleys of Jamaica?
No, it's my birth name.
Is your birth name?
Yeah, birth name. So, the Marley is actually my middle name, so still my birth name.
Still your birth name. All right,
Yeah.
all right. So he apparently, when I read some of his stuff, he attracts anybody from 16 to 25. So you know I would be old, right? However, you seem to hit the charts even in the North American market and in England. Tell me a little bit more about what you're doing.
All right. I've been in music for like 3 years, right? 3 years now, and the growth and the journey has been a struggle, but you know, I've seen it grow, you know, day by day, and I'm just loving it right now.
You're just loving it.
Yeah.
So do you perform a lot here in Guyana, or?
Yeah, I perform a lot, but I'm still a rising artist. I'm still coming up. But in Linden, where I'm from, you could ask anybody who's Davey Marley, and even though the smallest kid would say they know me. But I'm trying to get into the city right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but the music is playing on the radio station, 100.1, Boom FM. You know what I mean? So it's getting good rotation on the radio also.
Wonderful. And when did you decide you wanted to be a singer?
All right. I was always an artistic person because from a tender age, my dad and my uncle, they were parts of famous band like Cannonball and Super Dynamite and these things. So it was something like within
in the
me.
family. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like an option. It was something that I had to do. You know what I mean? Just when.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
So what do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years? You plan to be at the Grammys, or?
So everything takes time still, you know,
Right.
but you got to be realistic about the approach to anything. Next 5 years, at least one of the best in the Caribbean, because we're working with some people right now, and you know, it looking real progressive.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Not just normal people. We're working with some international people. So you know, this year. So next 5 years should be at least on the Caribbean level.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
congratulations. I look forward to hearing you.
Everybody will know.
Everybody will know who
Yeah,
don't know
representing
him will
Guyana.
know. You'll be representing Guyana.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you come here prepared to give us a little sample
Yes, man.
of what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
So we're going to step out of the way, and you are going to perform,
Yes.
and so everybody can taste this great Davey Marley.
And the next thing I want to say too, the music it taught me a lot of things also, because it taught me to be mature. Because when I first started doing music the first year, I was a bit wild in my message in terms of things that I would put out there. You know what I mean? But now I'm more conscious. I'm more like aware of what I'm putting out, because I have the ears of people. You know.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
more like.
So your music would be conscious music, make people
not
think a bit.
not necessarily conscious, but I don't want to be doing what everybody else doing. You know what I mean? Everybody doing the typical and the obvious topics. I try to tap into the topics that that you know you have to put more thought into. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You have to put more work into and stuff. I like work. I like in the studio all day and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I don't like just gonna do just a gimmick song. I don't like them things.
No,
I
you
like
put the process
yeah,
and
I like
think
put
it
music, I
through.
like put that into it and put it out. So when it's out there, music will last, not just a 2D and then this it. It will
All
grow.
right. Well, you seem to be a young man that is very focused.
Yeah.
You know where you want to go and you know
Yeah.
where you want, what you have to get there.
Yeah.
And that's very important for those who are listening. Talent don't just, unless you're born with it naturally, you still have to put in the time. So I am very proud, and I'm sure Guyanese out there, and this show goes all over, that they will be booking you, hopefully.
But you said something earlier you said something just now that really struck me just now. You said people get talent and they just rely on talent. But music teach me a lot that talent is not it alone. You got to put in the work. You got to.
Yes.
It's a craft, and any craft needs development. So you might be good at it, but then you could be great.
Yes.
So I like what you said just now. That really struck me.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, you just keep working, and you will, once you put in the time, you will see results. I just love what you had to say. You're so positive, and I love the fact that you're saying that you have to go into the studio and you have to put in the work, because if you put in the work, you will get results.
Yes, that's what struck me. That I'm talented and people are talented, but you can't rely on talent alone. You have to have the dedication, you have to have the will, you have to have the drive, because you have some days when you're not gonna really feeling it, and you got a lot of life has other aspects, that can affect you in a way. So you just have to have that focus always. Even when things are not really, looking up for you, you have to stay on it and be consistent. Consistency is very important.
Well, I love what you just had to say, and I'm looking forward for you giving us a little bit. So put your hands together for Davey Marley.
Yeah, if you know the voice of the one Davey Marley, representing for the Lady Wendy show. Straight out of Linda, representing for Guyana. Run it! This for all uprising people. This for all the people that want something in life. Listen to me now. Watch out now. The fans them say, Davey Marley, you feel bust long time, but God know me just wait my time. Me like the polo t-shirt with the stripe one side, but bad mind they couldn't be my style. Me just the humble worker, just forget what's mine. Them I go vex when me start shine. Well, if I no money move, dog, no matter waste my time. When you sing the punchline, I'm a king in the making. Although it's frustrating, all the struggles I'm facing, I'm a king in the making. I'll never stop praying, highly anticipating, I'm a king in the making. And they can't break me, cause they never made me, I'm a king in the making. Watch out now. Let me tell you this. Nobody ask me about my journey, it's really long. Cause when I really need the strength, me not see no one. Be here a voice in on my head, say please hold on. Daddy rest you all back, me fi be the man. Mommy brother feel well butter, Peter Pan. Once God by my side, me no need no man. Them disappear upon you, magicians. Let me tell you this, I'm a king in the making. Although it's frustrating, all the struggles I'm facing, I'm a king in the making. I'll never stop praying, highly anticipating, I'm a king in the making. And they can't break me, cause they never made me, I'm a king in the making. Let me tell you this now, Davey Marley. Touch the game so hard. Right now I think it's having a baby. Go so hard because we can't act lazy. Me can't wait for the day to buy a new Mercedes. That alone will have to drive me crazy. Me think soon up, dog. You know it's well wavy. Them not like me, but them girlfriend a free-wee. Them skip the channel every time they become on the TV. Ask Lady Wendy, I'm a king in the making. Although it's frustrating, all the struggles I'm facing, I'm a king in the making. I'll never stop praying, highly anticipating, I'm a king in the making. And they can't break me, cause they never made me, I'm a king in the... Thank you very much. Yeah.
Soup Bakery, 9 years in existence in Toronto, Canada. So my fellow Guyanese, you don't need to bring tennis shorts, Salara, roti, or even pint or black pudding in the suitcase from Guyana. Don't go through the hassle. Right here in Toronto, you can find these products at Norman Soup Bakery. So check out Norman Soup Bakery. Remember the name. Choose Tennessee Shipping. 28 years of reliable services. We ship barrels, furniture, vehicles, excavators. Just call us at 905-405-8227 in Brampton, Ontario.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. That was such a great performance by Davy Marley. And now I even got a lineup for you. I call her the queen of social media. So, all of you out there who don't know who Lola Doll is, then you better get to know. She has also been a teenage mom when she was young, but she also didn't make that stop her. She is now known as the makeup artist of Georgetown or Guyana. If you want to get your face done, Lola is it. So welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, Lady Wendy. Thank you so much.
Oh, you look wonderful. Of course, your makeup is impeccable.
Thank you so much. I literally take like about 10 minutes to finish up.
Well, you should. I mean, it's an art. So tell me something. You was a teenage mom.
Yes. I got pregnant at the age of 17, my first child.
Okay, okay.
And
that must have was challenging.
It was because I had to come out of school and all sort of stuff. But I didn't make it stop me. I just keep going, take care of my child, and keep going.
So tell me, because the guest before you, Miss Saenko, she was betrayed her parents for a while. Did your parents know that you were pregnant right away, or did they?
Well,
after you were like 9 months, then what happened? Give me a little bit of story. You know, you could talk to Lady Wendy.
Well, I actually moved out of my parents' house when I got pregnant, and I lived with my child's father.
Oh, you move out.
Yes.
You were bold. You
Yes.
get dash out. You sure you didn't get dash out? And
Well,
but
part
move
of
out.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
try to
sounds
make
more
it
like
look
a dash out than a move out. But let me hear.
Well, it was kind of like a dash out, but I moved out.
Okay.
And then I started living with my baby daddy, and it wasn't easy, you know. Young had to be juggling with a child, and you know.
You had to give up a lot.
A lot.
That's why I
whole
tell
lot.
people, hold on. And I mean, having a baby is wonderful. I recommend. If you could hold on a little bit,
Yes.
it helps.
I literally know nothing about being a mom, but thanks to his mom, she helped me a lot, and I just got to work. I started working and taking care of my child. And that wasn't the end of the world for me, because then my child grew, and when she turned 3 years old, I started traveling.
Oh, good for you. Good for
Yeah,
you.
and that's what helped
So,
me a lot. in my
okay.
life.
I mean, so even though you had those challenges, you still was able, but you had a little bit of support, because a lot of young people don't.
Yeah.
And especially, I don't know about the financial, because once you have to make the baby, you got to find diapers, baby food. It's a lot of that going on. So you were able to get the help that you needed.
I was able to, because that time was napkin and, you know, a little chamois, and is it called shimmy? Yeah.
So you used to wash diapers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
At
used
17.
to do that, yeah.
Now, what was it like though among your peers, your friends, the neighborhood? You know, that's taboo.
Yeah.
As I was.
It was difficult, because everybody looked down on me like, oh, she dropped out of school and she got pregnant, and you know, she's not gonna become better than us, and we're gonna do all better. And you know, everybody was like so shady and.
Okay, of course,
Yeah.
of course. So that at least sometimes you would have been a bit sad.
Yeah.
Because I mean, whether we like it or not, we all so positive. Or no matter what somebody said, there's always one thing someone will say that will hurt you.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot of negative, and still, up to this day, still get negative comments. But I don't really listen to people. I
No.
just do me, and I feel like I am going to be the best.
Yes.
That's the mentality that I have in me. I want to do better, and I'm going to do better. I'm going to put 100%, and I'm just going to be me.
Well,
And being me is not easy. It's very hard. But
why is it hard?
high maintenance.
High maintenance. So a young man or a man out there have to know when they come around you, you're high maintenance.
Yeah. Really, really high maintenance, and it's not that easy to find somebody like that, you know.
Well, I think what you're actually saying is that you expect the best, and you want to look the best. So there's nothing absolutely wrong with looking. I mean, people will always talk. That is the world.
Yeah.
There will always be, even when you're trying to do your best, somebody will be talking about you. So I wouldn't worry about that. You
Basically
seem
a topic, you know. But I like that. I like the attention, like, you know,
Yeah.
talking about me. Talking about me, okay.
Okay. Now tell me something. You have taken up makeup. What made you, and how long you were doing all this makeup work?
Next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m., our conversation continues with Lola Doll and two peer educators from Ministry of Health who will advocate for safe sex and reduction of adolescent pregnancy. Remember, if you missed any of our shows, visit the Lady Wendy Show on our YouTube channel and subscribe.